Hi everyone, Dragon Critic, aka Leo O'Brien, and recently me and Dara Doherty have been talking a good bit about the new Disney movie coming out in November, if I'm correct, called Wish. And what's interesting is that it actually sees Chris Pine voicing who I believe is said to be the main antagonist of the film. And so I've seen the teaser quite a few times in the cinema when I've gone to see, such films like, say, Mutant Mayhem, Spider-Verse 2, if I'm correct, etc., etc. And I think it looks like an interesting movie. I'm really intrigued to see what Chris Pine's character is like, because obviously I do really like Chris Pine, absolutely love him in Rise of the Guardians. Absolutely thought he was absolutely fantastic in Dungeons and Dragons. He is a really great actor.
Say hi to Chris. I'm Chris Pine. Look at my eyebrows. I'm the best, Chris.
And I think even then, apart from Chris Pine making the movie interesting to me, I think it seems like a fairly interesting film, and I'm intrigued to see the second trailer. It's been out for almost a week, but I just never had a chance to watch the full trailer for myself. So now I'm about to watch the trailer, and let's see what it's like. I remember someone was saying there was I sent a post about it to someone I know in college, and she mentioned that she felt the animation was a bit cheap looking. I can sort of see, fair enough, I can see why some would say that. I've seen a few people. It really, that is so something that Chris Pine would say. I can sort of see why some would say the animation's cheap looking. You know what? It actually reminds me of Sophia the First. I can't believe I'm saying that. The mix of 2D and 3D. Oh, seems like Chris Pine's doing a more posh voice. That's pretty interesting. Alright, that's reminds me so much of old school Disney. No, but I can sort of see why some aren't a big fan of the animation. I suppose it does look a little cheap, but I think the animation looks pretty good. It's Disney's own take on the mix of 2D and 3D. Kind of reminds me a bit of the Bad Guys. Because I think one personal issue I have with the animation in the Bad Guys is just there is a bit of lack of texture. And obviously the human designs are terrible, but it reminds me a bit of that, just that comic book style. Reminds me more of the Bad Guys than it would, say, Spider-Verse. Okay, maybe I was wrong about Chris Pine doing a more posh voice. Maybe that was just me. Okay. It does look more like a TV film. I will say that. The locations remind me so much of the Dragon Prince. Even the clothes. That was quite short. Okay. I think that looks pretty interesting. I wouldn't say I'm like hyped, but I'm excited. I'd go see it. I'd actually, yeah, I'd like to see that. I think that looks pretty interesting. I think the villain, he seems really interesting. I think I'm really intrigued to see. He seems to be a bit of a manipulator, that kind of villain. I think that's going to be interesting. I think I want to see the dynamic and the direction of his character. Even then, I think the main character seems quite interesting too, and I think the overall story is very old school Disney. But it doesn't. I don't know. It does remind me a lot of other Disney movies, but I think it looks. It seems like it has an interesting plot to it. The trailer, is it just me, or it's not as long as I thought it would be? But maybe they just want to keep most of the film as a surprise. But no, it looks good. It looks like a fun film. I don't think it'll be amazing. I mean, I could be wrong. It could be a masterpiece. But I think it'll be a fun, solid, very good movie. I just can't see it being like masterpiece, but yeah, I could be wrong. It could be a masterpiece. It could be one of the best Disney movies ever made. Who knows? But no, I think it looks like an interesting film. I like the animation. I suppose it does look a little cheapish for a cinematic release, but it still looks good. I still think it looks like a decent film. I think it has potential, and yeah, I'd go see it. So that's it for my reaction. Stay tuned for the next video. And if you guys are wondering how college has been, I am now on week 4, and I'm happy to say it's gone on very well. I have to say, the class is very nice. Class itself, the course, is actually very enjoyable so far. There's a lot of laugh, a lot of banter, and it's going really well. I'm very happy with how it's turned out, and hopefully it gets better throughout the year, because I believe it will be over in May 2024. So yeah, no, it's going pretty interesting. So yeah, take care everyone. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and skidoosh.